When it hurts like this. We climb the greatest heights, jump down and have a fight, and that's all we'll ever like, but that can never change my mind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. When it hurts like this, ever like, beat it, ever like, ever like, ever like, beat it, ever like, when it hurts like this, ever like, ever like, ever like, when it hurts like this. We hold each other high, but we fall 1,000 times. But I'd never say goodbye or ever leave this stuff behind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. When it hurts like this.
Hello everybody. What's going on, guys? Hello. We are live and we are here. It's another podcast time and we are here live with all our friends. Hello everybody. How's it going? I hope everybody's doing good. Thank you all for joining me on your busy schedules, because I know sometimes they can get a little hectic and it's hard to get everybody in. But thank you guys for joining us. How's it going? I hope everybody's doing good. Hello. I'm going to quickly say hello to a couple of you guys because I saw you guys here earlier. So let's go ahead and say hello to Electric Gaming. Hello, Bala. Hello. Hey, what's up, Sean? How are you going, buddy? Hey, what's up, Waterflame? Hello, all of you beautiful people. Hello, Tiff. Hello, Mandy. Welcome, guys. So it is that beautiful time again, my friends, and we are joined by Slayer Dan, Chadley, we have Kever, and we have Easy. Mama Remy will be joining us later on tonight, possibly. She is busy at the moment, so I told her that if she can't make it, it's perfectly fine. It's not a big deal. If she's late, it's perfectly fine as well. But yeah, let's kick it. Let's start right away. I want to know how everyone's doing and what's new and exciting on your channel. So we're gonna go ahead and start with Slayer Dan.
Oh, how you doing? What is up? Oh, this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm so glad you guys invited me. That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, I'm enjoying it so much that I'm just like, everything's enjoy. But anyway, so basically, last night we did our Hot Sauce Gaming Challenge. Was it last night? No, it's the night before, so it's Friday. We did a Hot Sauce Gaming Challenge, and that was insane. We're gonna be bringing more of those back to the stream. Other than that, it's just the normal fun gaming stuff, messing around with as much fun as I can. It's a blast, and newer games coming out are just making me excited. I just can't wait to play them.
Well, for sure.
It's gonna be so much fun.
So why don't you tell us about your channel? What's new and exciting on there? Slayer?
Yep. Oh, me? On
Yeah.
my channel?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I missed something in there. New and exciting. Like I said, it was just the Hot Sauce Gaming. Other than that, not so much new, but more clear, better images, better quality. Higher quality streams is what I've been shooting for lately. I've just been having too much fun with all the tech side of it all.
No, for sure.
Me and tech stuff. It's like I have to go techie. I'm a PC nerd like you wouldn't believe. And what can I push this poor thing to do is what makes me really, really happy. That's pretty much it. It's like, how many buttons can I program to do one simple thing? And that's just what it's going on my channel. It's great. We just hit past 1,000 not too long ago, so
hey, congratulations on that. GG, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
GG, Dan.
For sure.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's so awesome. The community out here, the YouTube community. I know there's a lot of the whole Mixer stuff kind of out there, and Twitch. I think Twitch is great, but the whole Mixer stuff. I mean, we're not talking about that tonight, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of crazy. I was actually gonna mention it, but I wasn't sure. But we could talk about it after for sure.
Yeah,
we can. People are gonna be interested.
I love the YouTube community. The people on YouTube are amazing. I love the community here on YouTube. Just all the people that I've met over the years. All of y'all that are here in the lovely voice chat and video chat, and everybody that's in chat today. That's why I keep doing this. This is just a hobby to me. This is.
Aw, Dan.
You're welcome.
Stop. Okay, keep going.
This is so nice.
All right. Awesome, man. That's awesome. Kever, how are you, man? Welcome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us what's new and what's happening, what's exciting on your channel?
All right. Well, as you know, my name is Kever. You can call me Kever. Doesn't matter. I like the YouTube community here. I like to hang out with you guys. As you know, I'm a YouTuber. I just made 1,570 subscribers.
GG.
I'm currently let's playing Mario Party 5 at the moment. I'm in the finale probably tomorrow. And Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So yeah, how's it going? Like it's great. I'm doing great. Thank you.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm happy you could join us today, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Easy, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your channel?
Okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to be doing Mega Man 4, as y'all might well know. I usually do, like, your typical Mega Mans on Monday and Tuesdays. I do, like, Mario stuff, Zelda's on Wednesday, you know, stuff like that. But on November 5th, I'm sure, Rigo already knows this, but anyway, I'll be doing some more of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, Tokyo.
Nice.
So that's pretty much what's up on my channel right now. I just, you know, as of September, just went over the 1,000 mark.
Nice,
Yo.
GG.
Dude, congrats.
That's
yeah, you
awesome.
know, crazy 500 plus subs, which was crazy that day.
That's good.
Wow.
I know. It's nice to get
Yeah, it was crazy.
for sure. No, it's nice to get those. All right, Mr. Chadley. That's all.
Hello.
So let's.
He's just like, hello.
Chadley, why don't you tell us all the exciting things that are happening on your channel? I know there's some stuff going on over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think over the last month or so, like I was playing through Celeste. That was over on Twitch, which that game was amazing. I had a lot of fun with that game. It's very frustrating at times, but it's a fun one. And yeah, just same old stuff on my channel, really. Just like a lot of Mario stuff. We just wrapped up Mario Odyssey. I actually went through and played Lost Levels for the first time too, which was awesome. Like I had a lot of fun with that game, even though I've heard horror stories about that game.
No, for sure.
The original troll.
Right?
Don't even get me
The game was
started.
really fun.
Don't even get me started with Lost Levels. It's terrible. Just
No,
Yeah,
it was
Yeah,
a
speaking
good
of that,
game.
since you're on the topic, I just did that Saturday.
There you go. By the way, guys, we just hit 31 likes. We've only been on for like 15 minutes and we hit 31 likes.
30
That's
like
awesome. GG, guys. Awesome for the
30 like
support.
hype.
So, yeah, basically, there's a lot of lots of news this month, guys. It was really hard to figure out what I want to talk about mainly. But let's go ahead and jump into it. There's a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So there's a rumor, possibility of The Simpsons Hit and Run remastered or being remade. The producer of the classic game, now I'm gonna trash his name, but Vlad Seraldi?
maybe.
Is it
Seraldi? Wait.
Hey, I don't know his
I'm
name
gonna say
either.
it's Seraldi.
I feel
So-
bad. I'll probably trash
so-
it as well, so you're good, man.
So Vlad Seraldi has said that he thinks the game could be remastered or remade. Is this a game that you all would love to see remade or remastered? Or would it rather have a new Simpsons game come out? So tell me your thoughts. Have you played the game, and do you think that this whole remastering remake thing is being overdone? Let's start with Dan.
Well, okay, I do have a couple things on this. The Simpsons Hit and Run is actually a very fun game. It's like what is it? GTA meets Simpsons, which is great, and it's so involved if you like the Simpsons. Now, that being said, Simpsons has been on for how many years? Everybody, 30?
Oh,
Almost.
yeah,
Oh,
like
God.
30.
Yeah, 30
Yeah.
years. I mean, their comedy is
9, right?
Huh.
yeah, their comedy is like it keeps up with the times and it kind of goes down. Now, a remake of it, or I mean a remaster, would be not in my opinion not the best thing. Remake, which is when they completely redo the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they need so they can keep up with the times and keep up with everything. Because remember, Simpsons originally did the whole Trump's going to be president thing, and guess what? That was a joke on them, but it happened. So
Yeah.
they predicted as everybody knows.
Yeah.
So they would have to like kind of rework it all because I even remember something in the Simpsons Hit and Run. Didn't they do some kind of like future thing in there somewhere, just like they did in the episodes? I can't remember. It's been a long time
Yeah,
since
I
I
can't
played.
remember.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's stuff like that. It's like a remaster would not be good. They would have to start from the ground up and rebuild it and make it, Hit and Run 2 or Hit and Run
1.5 or
Overkill
something.
whatever. Yeah, something. They can't just do a remaster of that game. It's not like Resident Evil to where we know what the story is and we know how all that's going to be. It's going to have to be completely remade from the ground up just to make it relevant because the game was really good God, when was this game released? Does anybody remember?
I'm gonna say 98.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, what
2003.
system was it for
2003.
first?
Wow.
Wait,
2003, PS2, 2003.
I thought it was on the.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the Nintendo GameCube as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was
so-
actually looking for that, but I didn't have it.
Yeah. Let's say around the 2000-ish or whatever.
Yeah, early 2000s. So you figure,
Yeah.
what is that? 15 plus years of just all sorts of stuff that they could add to it. I mean, they could make gold out of it as long as the Simpsons are still popular. I haven't watched cable in 6 years, so I'm not really sure if they're still up on the charts as popular or anything. But if they are, I mean, they could have a gold mine on them if they did it right.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Hey.
For sure, I agree. Gabber, what are your thoughts on this, my friend? On this whole remake, remaster deal on Hit and Run?
I'm being quite honest. I have not played the game before, so I don't know. I mean, it would be nice. I would like to try it if it comes out. Honestly,
No, for sure. It would give everybody who hasn't played it a chance to actually play it, right? So.
because I seen a YouTuber. She did a let's play of it, and it looked kind of fun.
No, for
honestly.
sure. No, for sure. For sure. I agree with you. Easy, what are your thoughts, buddy? What are your thoughts on this Hit and Run remaster remake deal?
Yeah. Well, I saw Claire play this. I forgot how long ago it was, but I saw her play it. I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but if they do the controls good, like for the Switch, good and stuff, I could say it would probably be a really interesting game to remake. And that's pretty much my thoughts on it.
No, for sure.
Oh, Claire. Yeah, Claire.
Chadley, what about you, buddy? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm another one that's I don't remember playing it, and if I did, I didn't play it for very much, for very long, that is. But yeah, I mean, I've seen other people play it, and it looks like it's a fun, just like slapstick type of racing game that, or it's not even really a racing game, right? It's you're like it's almost like Crazy Taxi with Simpsons.
Well, no, it's more like Grand Theft Auto, if I remember right.
Yeah, yeah, because I
they had another
seen Claire
one.
play it.
Yeah, they had another one. Oof.
So it's not just driving around in the car, I guess.
Yeah, like what I remember seeing was you can walk around. You can get out of the car and walk around and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ow. Hit my hat. That was brilliant. Say what? Okay, the one you're thinking of, Chadley, is Road Rage. Road Rage is just like Crazy Taxi.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Alright.
that's another one.
Oh, so
That one
there's
would be
two.
fun to be remade.
There's
Yeah.
two. Oh, there's two Simpsons. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I remember that
Alright.
one too. That's another one. I don't think I've ever played it, but I remember seeing it. So yeah, if it comes out, if I have the opportunity to maybe pick it up for cheap or something, I might try it out. There's just so many other games that I'd be more interested in playing over that one probably. I haven't been into Simpsons in like years, so I don't even know what's been going on with their seasons and stuff lately. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, shoot, for me, I don't even remember what season they're in right now. That's how long it's been since I've watched it.
Yeah, it has been a long time since I've seen it. Like,
yeah, for sure. So
Wait,
last
may I
time,
I'm really behind.
last time I saw Hit and Run was maybe 6 years ago. I watched somebody play it at this job I used to work at. The boy would stay up really late. Like, I work night shift, so he would be up 4 o'clock in the morning playing games, and he would play Hit and Run. And I remember I'd sit there and watch him, and we would die laughing because he would always hit Apu. And like, you hit him and he's like, "Oh my goodness, Mr. Simpson." No. Or like, he would hit the Bumblebee man, and then you would hit him. It's like, "Ay, no me gusta," and he'd like fall on the floor. So I thought that was really cool, and I was like, you know what? I really want to play the game. And then when this was brought to my attention, I was like, it would be a good idea because I've never played the game, and I thought maybe instead of me going out to look for it because I haven't been able to find it, I could finally play the game remastered. Of course, it wouldn't be remade, but of course, it wouldn't have that same feel like the original one. People always say, play the original first and then go to the remake because you'll be pleasantly surprised, and it's 90% true. But
Yeah.
Very true.
yeah,
Very true indeed.
but I'm really hoping to that they do it. It's not just a rumor, and they do it because I would definitely pick it up. I mean, I think it'd be a fun game to play for sure.
Especially if you like Grand Theft Auto games. Like,
Yeah.
Any open world game like that you're just basically trying to figure out where to go. Okay, I got this mission, yada, and you just go at your leisure. If you like games like that, it's a fun thing. And if you like Simpsons, I mean, then you got a good combo there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder. I was gonna say, like, what will the price range will be for that Simpson game? Like, if the rumor is true.
Well,
Like,
if the rumor is true, and PlayStation's pretty good with their pricing. I mean, let's take example Medieval. Medieval is a completely remake, and they priced it at $39, which is beautiful. Canadian, of course.
Wow.
That's a good price.
Yeah.
Canadian.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they shot for $39 as well for that game. The only game
As a remaster, yeah.
as a remaster or remake, I could see
Yeah,
them
as
doing
the
it.
remaster, I'd say probably 40 at the most.
You know, but again, they could turn around and be like Nintendo, who remade a Link's Awakening, and be
Link's
like
Awakening,
Link's
yeah.
Awakening,
$90.
They put
Yep.
Link's Awakening to 80 for something. They should have put it to like 50. Honestly.
You know, but hey, that's, you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to, like, again, because I guess it's different when you're gonna do all the platforms versus a single platform. You need to make your money somewhere, right? If you're doing a single platform, but if you're gonna do all platforms, it's a lot easier to make your money back, right? So I guess that's why they could price it
Yeah,
at 39.
Yeah, not
so.
just like,
Like
with
the Spyro
like
one?
with the graphics, the
Yeah.
controls, things like that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, I mean, PlayStation's doing 39 for Medieval, and that game only came out for the PlayStation 4, so who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, well,
That punched a whole bunch of holes in your
No,
idea there.
Exactly. So, guys, before I forget, everybody who's joining us today, their links are in the description below, so definitely you click on those links and you can sub to all of them. Go give them some love, show them some love, because they take the time to come to my TacoCast. You guys can take the time to click on that link.
Awesome.
All right, so let's continue on because we have a lot of questions. We have a lot to talk about. All right, this is the one that I'm really excited for. So PlayStation 5 possibly got leaked price and a release date on websites. So the websites have been showing prices and release dates. Apparently, it was by mistake. They weren't supposed to show that, but they did. So I don't know if, again, it could be just a simple something that they just did to give that hype. But the PlayStation 5, according to the website, is selling for €499, which apparently calculates to about $550 or $700 Canadian. And the release date they're saying is early December, which is aiming at December 4th, which apparently is equal to PlayStation 4's release date or PS4 Pro release date. So what are your thoughts on this number, and do you think it's priced correctly? Now, before anybody starts going, what the heck, why is the price so high? Let's remember, well,
That's not high.
that's not high at all. Yeah.
It's not necessarily confirmed yet.
One of the biggest things that I want to remind people is when it comes to building a console, these guys have a better solution than we do when we're building computers. So if you say, well, a GPU is going to cost you $500, $600, $700, they are going to pay maybe $100 for that little chip versus us paying.
If that.
If that,
yeah,
you know,
most
yeah.
definitely,
So-
Rio, most definitely.
It's not hard to believe those price ranges. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with Slayer. What are your thoughts on these prices, and do you think it's priced fairly well?
Well, okay, so if it's gonna be for what did you say? 4.99 Canadian, right?
499 euros. So it's
Euro.
about
Okay,
it's
so
about 550.
550. Yeah, about 550 American. Now, I'm not sure where they're gonna put on that. They would probably take a little bit of a hit, honestly, kind of like just drop it down a little bit just to get it out there for the holiday season. Now, the price is not bad, in my opinion, with the specs that they say they're going to be putting into it. I mean, you got an 8-core processor, you've got the ability to do, they're calling it ray tracing, but because it's an AMD thing, ray tracing is actually NVIDIA.
Yeah.
So they're actually going to be having a special workaround, I guess is what you call it.
Yeah.
With ray tracing. I can't remember the exact name that they used. Does anybody remember what it was actually called that they're going to be using it as? It's ray tracing. There's the quotes in the air, but it's the same exact technology. They're just not using the exact same cores.
Shoot, I used it. I said it in the last podcast, and I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it is. But yeah, if it can pull that off, it does have the SSD storage, and it does have everything that they want to throw in there. I think the price, if you are a console gamer only, if that's what you do, and if that's what you have the ability, and that's what you like to play it on your big screen TV, and you just want to sit back, relax, grab your controller, and have fun, I think $550 is not bad. They might put it at $499 depending on the holiday type of thing, or they might start doing bundles with extra controllers, or it comes with the game or whatever. You know, the normal stuff that they do. I don't think it's that bad of a price, to be honest. I mean, everything else is released at what, $399? What was the Switch? What was the Switch release?
March
600.
Wait,
Wait.
what?
Wait, no. The Switch was released March 3rd. March 3rd, 2017.
No, how much?
How much? How much?
is this?
400. No, it's 400 Canadian dollars.
400 Canadian, so that's
So like 299. Yeah.
$299, I think US.
Yeah. So you figure a $299 for a little portable unit. That's the Switch is not
Well, yeah.
super powerful. They're shooting for best, most powerful. Of course, they're putting this out there. It's the most powerful console to date. Yes, true, because well, it's the next generation. It better be. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
for one.
honestly, it better be. If it's not like, oh, it's almost the most powerful. It's like, well, then why are you making it if it's like not as powerful as the Xbox One S or something? But anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. It's like when they say stuff like that, it's like, well, it better be super powerful and awesome and SSD and all that stuff. I mean, that's why we're buying it.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just to add my last thing, the only time I would pay a price like that is if there was a couple of games that had me hooked right off the bat. You know, just right there. You're like, hey, you want to play this? Buy a PlayStation. Buy a PlayStation.
Yeah. No,
and,
for sure.
And if it's not console locked, then I'm just like, I'm good, you know? Yeah, but that's me on that.
Hey, no, I agree for you for sure.
Yeah, for
For
me,
sure.
I'm like, if it's on Switch, where I'm like, who cares? It's multi-platform. You're going to get it on whatever you own.
So, what are your thoughts, Kever, on the price range and these rumored days to be coming out?
For me, honestly, 700 Canadian dollars. I'm from Canada. Like, to me, it's kind of expensive. Like, the money's kind of strong on that. I kind of hope I kind of expected maybe it could be like maybe maybe around maybe 500 or something. Because the PS4 it was like 400, I guess. So yeah, I say the PS5 should be 500 because the 5th generation of PlayStation it should be 500. Yeah.
All right. Easy. What are your thoughts, buddy?
Yeah, well, I'll probably say around, knowing Sony, they'll probably stick around $400 or $500 US.
You wish that it goes to how much? 400?
I'm saying around $400, $500 at the most, just to keep up with Nintendo.
It's hard though because like Nintendo is in their own league. They're like it's very hard to compete with what they're offering versus what Sony's trying to offer us, right?
Yeah, but you know how they try to compete with Nintendo anyway, even if Nintendo don't try to compete with them necessarily, because you know how they are.
Chadley, what are your thoughts on the price and the release date?
I don't have that kind of money, So
They have the money.
that kind of money right now, Chadley.
yeah.
I always wait for sales for Black Fridays.
Yeah, exactly, Dan. Exactly.
If I'm
That
gonna get
comment.
PlayStation 5, it'll probably be in 4 years. So
Yeah, no, for sure.
when it's
That
lower
comment
in
killed
price,
me.
But I mean, I understand why the price is what it is. Like Rigo already mentioned, that I mean, the hardware they're throwing in there. I mean, if you're trying to build a PC with the same type of stuff, like obviously your PC could be better than the PlayStation 5, but they also optimize these consoles to be to try to compete with PCs now. Nowadays, because the chips are so good at what they do.
Mhm.
And even though they might be a couple of generations old compared to what you could get for PC, you're getting it for the fraction of the price too. So, like Rigo said, $550 is almost what I spent on my video card that I have in my computer now. So it's like, and that was just one element of a PC,
Mhm.
as opposed to having a fully functioning console for $550 that can do almost everything a high-power PC can do. So, I mean, I understand why the price is there, but I don't got that money.
No, for sure. And
I don't
I
think we're gonna be buying it right off the bat.
and
My
here's
PS4. Oh, go ahead.
and here's like, oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
you guys are gonna see my background for a minute. I just gotta turn up Chadley. Hold on. It's,
Turning them up.
turn them up. And now I can't even get him. I can't even get it to go full screen again.
Oh, no.
That first comment when he said about the PS5 killed me. Yeah, I can't.
There we go. There we go. I fixed it. Okay, so so yeah, like I understand it costing $700 Canadian, and that's something I can't. I mean, I'm not gonna pull that out of my butt. You're like, there you go. Here's $700 for a console.
I mean, really, who's gonna pull that out right now, Reed?
Oh, for sure.
The way you said that.
But again, we're going down
Split the
to
cost and then
there-
we can ship it to each other. So.
right. 1 month you, 1 month me.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, just imagine $500 donation.
Start passing it around.
So one of the things that that really made me think is it's true. I mean, if you really think about it, if they're gonna take a hit on it, I mean, that's good for them, because that means that they really care about trying to push out a really good product for us. At the same time, though, is it gonna perform exactly what they're saying? I mean, we're looking at, I just had the specs up there. Hold on, give me a second. So they're talking about an AMD Ryzen 8 time core, which is, I mean, that's already something up there. The Ryzens are coming out really well. They're really well known now, and they're extremely good performing. You know, they're hoping to have the AMD version of ray tracing, which is the RDNA, apparently. So, you know, and they're talking about close to 11, quote me on, 11 gigs of GDDR into the video card. So I mean, that's like equal to what, your 2070, Chadley?
Yes, I have a 2070.
Yeah, so that's almost equal to that. But now they're saying that we're looking at possible support of 8K and full 4K. I mean, I haven't tried a 2070, but can you pull 4K 60 frames a second, Chadley? Have you tried?
I don't have a monitor that can do 4K, so I can't. I don't know if that's.
Oh, okay.
I
It
think
will
with
do
it-
4K. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
It'll do 4K, but if you try to bump a game to the ultimate settings, you'll probably run into problems with a 2070. You'll definitely need a 2080 Ti to pull off 4K at the highest settings at 60 frames a second.
That's how.
Yeah,
That's
with see like frame rate issues.
that's how I figured it too,
things
right?
like that.
So
right.
I mean that I don't know. It's kind of scary, but if they can pull it off, I mean, we're getting an SSD apparently too, right? And that's a big thing for me. SSD. It's about time, honestly. Like,
Yeah, it should have actually been in the Pro, to be honest.
it should have.
The SSD should have been in the Pro, 1 terabyte SSD. Here you go, or at least the option on a PS4 to be able to put in an SSD, but you can't because it doesn't recognize it for some weird reason.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, so we don't got that, but $700. I mean, I keep coming back to it. I was like, do I want to spend that on a console? You know, but again,
really.
but there's a benefit too, because their whole I see where their whole idea is coming from, because one of them did say, he's like, we haven't decided on a price. This was a while back. We haven't decided on a price point yet, but I can tell you that you should have no issue, because we are looking at backwards compatibility with PS4, which means if you must trade or sell your PS4 to get the PS5, it'll be well worth it. So basically, they're expecting us to basically go to EB Games or GameStop, trade in the PS4 Pro or PS4, and be like, okay, that's half the money already for the PS5. I think that's what their logic is here. But I mean, not a lot of people want to do that. There's a lot of collectors out there that want the console. They want to keep their console, right?
Yeah, then not to mention the GameStop issues and stuff too.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, we lose in the end hard. 90% of the time, right? I don't know. So
Now,
I just
okay, you're gonna have those first adopters that are gonna be like the ones that always buy day one launch, the ones that look for the controller that says day one release and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
There's gonna be those people, and there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of people that are like, oh my god, the newest console's out, the newest games, even though there's only one game coming out for it, I want to have it. I have to have it.
not
Their
me.
biggest sell is gonna be. But yeah, there's always people are gonna get it for, like, with the backwards compatibility. If you can bring over your PS4 library from the PS Plus and have it automatically on the new PS5, oh, then it's golden.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great, because then you have, like, anybody that's done PS Plus knows that all you gotta do is go on the website and just, even if you don't download them, just say, yeah, I want it. It's free. Gimme.
Yeah.
And build up your library. You get a couple hundred games. You go to the PS5, and then you have all this stuff together, and you can still play your PS4 stuff, hopefully at a better quality, faster FPS. Maybe it could bump your PS4 games up to 60 locked instead of having the dips.
Mhm.
I mean, it all depends on how they work on this. I mean, there's a lot that could be said for it. Because there's a lot of games. Look at Final Fantasy 15 on the PlayStation 4. It only got 30 FPS, but it has the capability of getting 60 if it had the power. So let's say you got it on your PS4 or PS5 now, and you pop in your Final Fantasy 15, and all of a sudden it is 60 FPS butter smooth. You're getting the great, beautiful graphics that it could produce with HDR and 4K. I mean, that would be great, especially if you already own the game, and that gives you that better, look. That's why I started playing on PC.
Yeah.
So much better.
Most definitely.
Exactly. So leading with this, going back to PlayStation trying to be the best, there's a job posting they put up, and they put, like, in bold lettering, right? So the job in normal says they're looking for someone to take care of PlayStation shipments and to be in the exclusive, world renowned, and then huge bold letters saying the world's fastest console. Now they're saying that this is going to be the world's fastest console, and they said that it's better than Scarlet. They haven't even, I mean, Scarlet hasn't even been shown, right, as far as we know.
Yeah,
but even
any spec.
Yeah,
saying is like video footage of it.
But according to what the devs are saying, that their dev kit of PS5 and the dev kit of Scarlet is like day and night, that PlayStation 5 definitely has the lead on this, and they have no doubt. So we're talking about, now again, this is the world's console, not game thing, because obviously PC for the win. But they're saying, like, the console hands down is probably the world's fastest. You guys think that this is, like, they're telling the truth, or do you think this is just trying to build the hype to get people to be like, hell yeah, I'm going PlayStation all the way? So let's start with Dan.
Yeah, the hype can definitely be real. I mean, we all know how PlayStation, every single company loves to push the hype. They love to make the hype as much as humanly possible to keep it going. Now they can make this statement now because they do not know what Scarlet is going to actually be. They only have some render footage or whatever it is that's been leaked out, and that's about it. They don't have actual specs. They don't have what kind of processor they have. Microsoft could be sitting here just waiting in the shadows and go, oh wait, the new generation of Ryzen is coming out. We're gonna pop that bad boy in there and have just that much more power. And guess what? PlayStation, you're no longer the most powerful. All they have to do is add a little more RAM, a little better graphics card. All they got to do is wait for the wars between the two processing companies, because we all know that Intel and AMD have been fighting back and forth of who's the biggest boss in the town.
Oh yeah.
All it takes is Intel to drop their price of their 9900K or whatever, and they could slip that in at a 16 core and blow the PS5 out of the water just by saying, oh, guess what? Because we're Microsoft, we can kind of get a little edge with Intel. You know, who knows on this? I mean, that's until we know the specs of this product, nobody knows what Scarlet's going to actually be. It could be this amazing device that just does everything, unless they take away the optical media drive.
I
have to put that in there. I have to put that in there because it's I don't care how much power it has. If I have to buy everything digital, no, I'm good. I'll go back to my PS2.
Right. Okay? You may have graphics, but I have the real thing.
Exactly. I can hold it. I can give it to friends and they can borrow my games.
Right. Exactly. No, Kevin, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think they're just hyping that it's the world's fastest console, or do you think they're telling the truth?
I think it's the hypest console because I just think that everyone just likes PS4 a lot around the world. And I think if they want like a PlayStation 5 like really badly, then they could just like work to save like their money and I guess buy it on like the release day or Christmas or Boxing Day.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. I agree. What about you, Easy? What do you think this is going on? Do you think it's just them hyping it, or do you think they're telling the truth?
Well, I'd probably just say they're probably just hyping it right now because, you know, every company does this. Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, you know, and now even Google, you know, has gotten into the console wars and everything too, you know, so.
No,
I
for
pretty
sure.
much say that it's hype right now.
It's just the hype, eh? Chadley, what does that wonderful beard think?
Well, I think it's just hype. I mean, like, we won't know until it actually comes out to see if what they're saying is true. I mean, we've had plenty of things in the past where a console gets hyped. They say that a console can do certain things, and then when it comes out, it's like, well, this is what we meant, even though that's not what they were saying before.
Yeah.
But the fact that like it looks like it's gonna have a chip based off of the latest Ryzen, so that there is kind of crazy, because when you go to look up prices on that kind of stuff, like to buy the CPU for your PC, like it's probably close to that $500 mark just for the CPU.
Exactly.
And to have it be thrown into the PlayStation, kind of crazy that they would be sticking something that's almost brand new into this new system, because usually they're always a couple generations behind when it comes to building the consoles, because they want to keep the price down. But I don't know, I think it's hyped, obviously, because it's Sony. They want to be hyped. They want people to be excited for it, and they want to be able to make it sound like they're better than Microsoft, obviously, because that's their biggest competitor right now. So when it comes to like the high power consoles and stuff. So obviously you don't hear them mentioning Nintendo anywhere, because they don't care about Nintendo, because they don't have to worry about Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
But Nintendo, on the flip side, doesn't worry about them either. So yeah.
No, exactly. Like Nintendo is in their own thing right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Nintendo's been on their own thing for who knows how long now.
Exactly. And one of the biggest things is, like, I didn't put it on the list, but I mean, we have Nintendo. Apparently, people have been finding leaks and stuff of that this Switch 2, let's call it, is an actual thing that's going to happen, and people are very excited about it. So I mean, they're more worried about what they can do to improve their Switch. I mean, let's be real. With this drift,
Yeah, exactly.
with this drifting that's happening with the controls, I mean, they need to figure something.
Especially my left Joy-Con still got the drift going on. That's why I'm not using it as much right now.
Yeah, so they really need to work on it. But as for PlayStation, I mean, they could be hyping it. I understand why they would be hyping it. I mean, their sales, like, I watched a video of basically sales for PlayStation, and right now, obviously, Nintendo has the lead, but they're just like right behind Nintendo, just barely touching them with sales. And that's on the PS4, and Xbox is realistically not moving anywhere because of it. So they're in their heads, they are the best. They want to be the best, you know. And that's a little worrisome for me because I'm worried that they could f up big time by overhyping it, and then things go wrong. I mean, look what happened to Xbox 360, right? Red ring every console,
Yeah,
red ring.
exactly.
Well, that happened because they pushed it out too quick without proper testing.
And that's my worry, right? That's where I'm getting.
Yeah.
That's my worry. That
But how long? Does anybody
Exactly.
know how long PS5 has been in the works? Does anybody know how many years it's been in development? Like, not the dev kit being out, but the actual
actual development.
architecture coming up.
I thought it was
actual development. I thought it's been like 5 years.
I thought it came out like
way longer.
like a year right after.
I'd say about
a year
about
a year right after they announced they released the PS4. I believe they were rumoring to be kind of working on things, if I remember
That's what I
correctly.
thought.
yeah, exactly.
So they've actually been putting their research into it and really probably doing a lot of actual testing. They don't want to have an issue like they've had before. I mean,
Exactly.
okay, you guys remember the original PS3 had the problem of desoldering itself.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was something they couldn't predict because it took so long to happen. The Red Ring of Death, though, when it happened with Microsoft, that was something that they just screwed up. They just, oops.
Yeah,
Like,
that was them not
that
paying
was
attention to what
something
they were
that
doing.
happened instantly. Yeah, that happened instantly.
exactly.
I mean, they didn't test for it or nothing.
Exactly. Yeah. So according to this, it's been in development for 5 years or so. That's what
5
they're
years,
guessing.
yeah.
So yeah. Let me quickly. Hey, Mama. Let me say quickly hi to Mama Slayer.
Hi, Mama. She's back there.
But yeah, like no, that's my only worry. That's my only worry. But you know, they could have done everything, checked all the nicks, and made sure, you know, crossed all their T's and all that jazz, and made sure that it works.
Yeah, and dotted all their eyes.
Yeah, you know. So hopefully, hey, I'm a big fanboy of PlayStation. Currently, not at the moment because of a lot of the decisions they've been making, but I'm hoping that they go the right way. I mean, at this point, I don't know. I hope they don't.
Well,
I hope they don't.
Nintendo's taking it over with their Switch launch. The Switch was just like, hey, guess what? I don't have to be powerful. I can just be popular.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, exactly.
Sony caught wind of this, and so did Microsoft. And they're just like, they released a tablet with freaking controllers, and it's kicking our butts.
Yeah.
We better be.
What do we do? What do we do?
Doing
They just
something
start-
like this.
Yeah, they just start panicking.
Than Sony right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Craziness. All right, guys. So I don't know if you guys heard of this, but cartridgeless Nintendo
yeah.
Switch
There you go.
physical. So they released them, and apparently what's going on is a group of reporters have been saying that, and I didn't even know this because a lot of my Switch games I buy digitally just because I'm on, you know, my kids are like, oh, can I play the game? So I don't like to have the physical copy because they break everything and they're this big.
And they lost.
So-
Lost. It's easy to lose too.
So they're turning around. They're saying that Nintendo gives out these cartridges, and then you open them and you get digital codes in them. Or if you buy like a collector's of a game, you get maybe the one game that's physical, and then the rest are on a digital code. And they're saying that this has to stop. This you know, downloaded code on a physical copy is ridiculous. So do you guys feel that it's perfectly fine what they're doing? Or do you think that it's ridiculous that they need to just give us physical copies if they're going to promise physical copies? So let's start with Slayer Dan.
I always start with a loud one. Okay. Okay, with me, I'm a collector. I love to collect the physical copies. If I was to open up a case, I've never purchased one of these ones that you're talking about that has just a code in it. The only time I ever did was when my daughter was into Sims, and you would buy the box, open it up, and it says a little piece of paper, and it looks like you just opened a fortune cookie, and you get that little piece of paper and it says, just enter this in. if you're gonna do that, just buy digital. I mean, why waste the plastic and everything to not have a tangible item that you can use? The whole reason for physical copy is to be able to let your buddies and people borrow it and to have it to, well, display or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I know having the box with the digital is a display, but it's not the same thing. The only reason for physical, in my opinion, is to let people borrow it, to have it always there. Internet goes down, you can't download it. What if you want to buy a game and it's 60 gigabyte download and you don't have the best internet? Sure, I want to play it.
Exactly.
It's only digital. I have to download this. I just purchased this game for $60 and I can't. I have to wait 2.5 weeks to download it because I have potato internet. Why aren't they thinking about people like that? I mean, that's why you get a physical game. You pop it in your system, it goes ready, and you're good to go. You play it instantly. You've got the cart now.
Yo, don't forget about the minor updates and stuff with the games too.
Yeah, you always got day one updates, yes.
Exactly.
But they're not an entire game. Now, digital is great if you're the kind of person that wants everything to be on your system. I am a digital and a physical person. Everything on my PC is digital. Everything on console is physical.
Mm-hmm.
I've never purchased a physical game for my computer ever. I mean, I got some at garage sales, but that's for other reasons.
That's different.
That's different. But yeah, if you go to the store and buy something, you should have that object. That's how I really feel about that. I mean, if you want the digital code, go on the store and buy the digital code. Good. It's in your library. You're good forever. You'll never lose it. You don't have to worry about the cartridge becoming gone. You just say like, oh, I want to play. And if you don't want it on your system anymore, you uninstall it, add a new one. It's still there. Your save data is still there. Everything is still there for you, which is great about digital. They both have their pluses, but buying a box and having a piece of paper inside of it, no, I don't like that.
Well, they both have their cons too, though, as well. Not to forget about that.
No, for sure.
Yeah, they all have their cons.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You can lose the cart. You can lose the disc any day of the week.
Exactly.
Easy to do. Yeah, and if you lose it, you don't get it again. I mean, that is the con. But if you don't want to worry about that, go buy digital then. What Rigo's talking about is going to GameStop or whatever, getting this cool box that has a case. You open the plastic, open it up, and it just says, enter this code.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I could have just done that online. I didn't have to waste gas to go to the store. I could have just got it online.
Exactly. No, exactly. Cameron, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's, I mean, like, basically, you go to pick up Luigi's Mansion, but instead of that, you get this digital code. Do you think that has to stop? Or do you think that they're doing it the right way?
Well, in my personal opinion, I think they're doing the right way because, I just like buying, like what Dan says. Like, he said that he likes to buy his games on the Switch physical, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
The reason why I buy my games, like you see Super Smash Bros. Ultimate right here that I have, because the reason why I buy them physical, because I just wear it for Switch space, like I want to keep my Switch have enough room. So because I'm afraid that what if Luigi's Mansion 3 would be big with storage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah, because there is some games that have huge storage. To me, I've got a few Switch games that take up a lot of space on my Switch.
Like the games that are big in my opinion are Spyro Reunited Trilogy, Link's Awakening, and I think Smash Ultimate, because Smash Ultimate right here is 16 gigabytes for digital.
Yeah, see, I downloaded Smash Ultimate, so that took up a lot of my space. So I had to uninstall that when I wasn't playing it.
Yeah, that's why I buy physical, because I just think physical is good for me. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what are your thoughts, Easy?
Yo, my thoughts is if they're going to do it, they need to do it right. Don't bombard people with it. If you're going to get it digitally, get it on the eShop. If you're going to get it physically, have an actual cartridge that you can actually get.
Mm-hmm. So don't stick don't stick a piece of paper inside the box for us and say, here you go.
Exactly. I mean, if you're going to give us the
give
code,
you a manual.
If you're going to give us the code, just do what Sega did with me with review copies and stuff that I've gotten. Give me the actual code so I can download the game. If you're going to do that. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Chadley, what are your thoughts on this physical versus digital whole shenanigans that they're doing?
I mean, yeah, I'm all for physical. like the cartridges and all that kind of stuff, disc-based stuff. PC's been digital for years. I mean, I've been a PC fan for a long time. I mean, I have tons and tons of old school PC games still that are on CDs that don't work anymore unless I were to run them on an old PC or try to run like a virtual environment so I can run the older version of Windows so that they just run, period. So that's the downside with physical media and PCs now, is that it's just like the older consoles. Obviously, if you want to play Super Nintendo, most of the games on Super Nintendo, the only way you can play them are two ways. One is on the console, two through an emulator, because not every single game will become available in the new console ages because of copywriting and all that kind of stuff. You're always going to run into that problem with digital too, with older games, because I know Nintendo, they have their Super Nintendo, they have their NES apps on the Switch and stuff like that. But and the whole reason this topic came up, I think, is probably because of Overwatch. Because I think I saw an article, probably saw the same article, where somebody was complaining about they went to buy Overwatch.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah.
There is no physical version of Overwatch. It's always download code.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so the other way I can look at it is that maybe the stores are getting a cut in price for those download codes so that they can make money off of those digital sales. That's the other way you could look at it.
Yeah.
So now the question is, if they are
It's not that hard to do it.
if they are getting some type of a price cut so they can make a little bit of profit on these digital sales, like, now is it like, do you want to go to your local mom and pop game store to support them even though you're still buying a digital game? Like,
Exactly.
there's that other side of things. Like, yeah, you might just be getting a box or whatever, but if you want to support your local store, not caring about GameStop because they're big enough, they don't need my support. My smaller company,
I care more about the
smaller
mom and pop
businesses
shops
need
that
my
actually
support.
want to give you a deal.
Yeah, so yeah, you can buy digital on your console, and Nintendo gets all of the profit, and then the developer and the Nintendo gets shared profit on that. But your local shops will go out of business if everything goes digital, and there's no way for them to sell it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like a toss-up, Like, I prefer physical media, but if digital is the way to go, stores need to have a way to sell it. So
Exactly.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, it's true. It's true. They do need a way. And then, I mean, if that's the only way they're going to be able to make any money, and let's say something were to happen and we did go to that era where it's all digital, I mean, you're right. We have to support our mom and pop shops that are trying to make it out there, and like you said, the GameStop and EV Games, they have enough money, so it's all good.
Yeah.
One way they could make this viable. I know this is not. It is kind of a little bit on the topic.
It is kind of. Go ahead though, Dan.
Yeah.
Let's
if you brought your system in and purchased a game that had just a little code in the box, and been like, oh, I don't have good internet. You guys have 1 terabyte internet. Let me download it while I'm here. And they offer that service, and that would bring people into their store to be able to download it.
That's a good idea right there. That would be awesome. A good idea.
I mean, well, I was gonna say, like, you mean like bring your Switch, right? Go to the store, and you tell them their Wi-Fi, like their Wi-Fi internet area. Like,
like they would have like a download station. You purchase the game from. I'm not. Let's just say
you'd actually
game
take
store
your actual
locally.
system with you, Kiefer. He doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Then just be like,
that's
hey,
interesting. Yeah.
Buy it for $60 from the store, and they, for a free thing because you bought it from them, they're just like, go ahead and download it while you're here. And they have that 1 terabyte internet, really good gigabit internet.
Say you went to
Walmart.
Walmart.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So 1,000 megabits a second, and you sit down for 10 minutes, whatever, to download it. You got the really fast download. You got the product at the store, and you supported a local store. That would be a good business.
That's
exactly.
Well,
that would be sick.
Let's go back to
That'd be awesome.
What game was it? Oh, I can't remember what game it was. I think it was GTA 5. Was that the one that was like stupidly big? It was like 100 and 100 and some odd
105.
gigabytes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
105 gig.
Yeah, so I mean, imagine that they give us the Switch and they say, okay, GTA is only coming out, digital. Somebody who has 8 kilobytes a second, imagine sitting there. That's a month worth of downloading.
That's a month of downloading.
A month of
I'll
downloading.
play you sometime. You wait in the corner. We'll be having fun.
We'll be having fun soon.
I'll be older by then. I can play you actually.
All right, so here's a little sad one. So the developers of Mario and Luigi Alpha Dream have filed bankruptcy. They are having trouble keeping up with their debt of 450 million yen, which is roughly about $4 million. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot in the sense of development, but they're saying that the cost of how much they develop the game versus how many people are actually buying the game isn't matching up. Now, they don't know if it's because of them keeping it portable only, or if it's just because their games aren't good. I personally like their games. I think Mario and Luigi games are really well done. If you guys haven't,
the Mario and Luigi series was personally great.
yeah, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a RPG game that came out for the 3DS, DS, and did it come out?
Advance.
And the Game Boy Advance.
The Game Boy
First
Advance.
Okay,
Advance,
and
yeah.
the Game Boy Advance. So they're really, really, really well done. They're fun. I love them. But yeah, so basically what people aren't sure about is, what does this mean for the series? And do you think they're going to have to pull out and just close their doors and call it quits? So let's start with Slayer Dan.
The only one I've ever played was Bowser's Inside Story, and that was a long time ago. That's a pretty old one. What is it? What have they been working on lately? I mean, what is their most recent one?
Mario.
Paper Jam.
No, isn't it? Is it the remake Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story?
Well, if you
Yeah,
That's the recent Mario Luigi one.
count remakes, yeah.
yeah. No, we're not talking remake. I'm just saying, what was
Okay.
the latest one that
Oh,
they
yeah,
actually
That'd be
popped
Paper
out?
Jam then.
Paper Jam, yeah. What he said.
Paper Jam.
Yeah.
Okay,
Paper
see,
Jam, okay.
I haven't played too many of those. I did, like I said, I enjoy any kind of Mario RPG kind of story, and if they're the ones that came up with the ones for the Bowser Inside Story that I actually played, it's the only one I've played. It would really suck if they can't get out of it, because they are amazing stories. They're funny as all get out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're absolutely hilarious. It's like Inside Story. If anybody doesn't know, the Inside Story is literally what isn't it about being inside of Bowser? Like,
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
and then they just kind of roll with it the entire time, and then they have all the funny jokes like they did in Paper Mario series. So I would think, I mean, if they can't get out of it and they can't like produce more, I don't have too much to say on it because I have only played one of them.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys have played a lot more than I have. I've only played the one, so I don't really have too much to say. But I did enjoy the one I played, so it would kind of suck to see it kind of go away. I need to find more of them and play them, but I don't do as much handheld as I used to.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, let me ask this real quick. You do have a Wii U, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, you could get a few of those games on the eShop there.
Mario Luigi
Oh.
Partners in Time and Superstar Saga.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll have to definitely check that out.
Yeah.
So
That's why I said let me ask that real quick. But go
Yeah.
ahead now.
Yeah, my bad, Dan.
what are your thoughts, Mr. Kever, on this company? Do you think they're going to close for good, or do you think they can pull out of this?
By the looks of it, I think they're gonna close, but I hate saying this, but I really don't want them to close, because it's a good like Alpha, like what's the company name? Alpha
Alpha,
It was
yeah.
Alpha Dream.
Dream, yeah. Alpha Dream make like all the Mario Luigi games are good, like in my opinion. I think they should find a way to get the Mario Luigi series alive, because I love Mario Luigi. Like I played every Mario Luigi game. I just think like it should be on like on a Switch. Like it should be on the Switch.
Yeah, I know, for sure. And that's one of the things that Focus on Me just finished messaging. She was like, one of the big things is they released a new one, I guess, and they brought it on the 3DS when they should have just pushed it onto the Switch. And I think I agree with her on that one. They should have just pushed it right away to the Switch, gave it that little bit of hype it needs.
Yeah. But one more thing before
Yeah.
we gotta switch to Eslo or Eslo or
Whatever you can call me whatever.
Whatever you want to call it.
Easy,
Just
easy,
call
easy.
it.
I was gonna ask like just one like quick. What is your favorite Mario and Luigi game? I just want because my personal favorite is Bowser's Inside Story for the original DS.
Oh, from that one, from those, I like the one that I played. I think it was called Luigi's Dream. The one where he's asleep.
Mario Luigi Dream Team.
Mario
Yeah.
Mario
Luigi
Luigi
Dream
Dream
Team.
Team.
I
Dream
really,
Team.
really,
The longest
really
Mario
enjoyed that.
game.
I thought that was really funny. I really enjoyed that one. I beat it like 4 or 5 times. It was really good. Easy.
Dan? Oh, Dan.
What are your
Oh, Dan.
thoughts, buddy? We'll go to Dan in a minute.
I was gonna say Dan, what's your favorite? But you only have played one.
Yeah, I've only played once. Like, yeah.
All right, easy. What do you have to say?
Well, for me, I would say if they're going to be closing, I'd say move it to a different developer, maybe Intelligent Systems, whatever, something like that.
Someone who can basically pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did the Paper Mario series.
Wait, did
Yeah.
you say? I want to comment. You say intelligent systems,
Yeah.
right? Isn't
Yeah,
that only for
Intelligent
Paper?
Systems.
Isn't that only for Paper Mario, like for that RPG?
Well, they did Paper Mario. They did Tetris Attack. They did a bunch of games basically.
Yeah. Which
If you try to list every game they've done, we'd be here all day.
no, for sure. Chadley, what are your thoughts on this
yeah, go
whole
ahead.
debacle?
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad to see any developer have to go through this. I was just looking through the list of games and stuff, and I feel they might have shot themselves in the foot. I don't know if because from the list of the games that they've done Mario and Luigi games all the way back from 2003.
Mhm.
And then it looks like they did some Japanese games that were based off of a cartoon or something that's in Japan. And that's about it. And then like one of the pet games on the DS too.
Yeah.
And now
Well, didn't they have a few Sony exclusive things too, though, Charlie? Because I thought I remember seeing something about that.
based on what I'm looking at right now, no, it's all Nintendo games, ranging from Game Boy Color all the way up to the 3DS. And then I guess now there's some game that they're working on right now for mobile. But like, who knows how big their team is? Maybe this is all they could afford to develop. But like,
Well, yeah.
I think if they had the manpower to maybe try to pick up other types of games, they might not have been in the same situation. But like, I'm always the, I guess,
The optimist.
the mindset of don't put all your eggs in one basket type of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And this could be nothing more than a product of that, is that they made these games and they just didn't sell as well as they needed them to. And unfortunately, that's what happens if you don't have a contingency plan or a backup plan. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
that
if you
something
burn
like this
yourself too
happens.
much, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I've never really played any of the Mario and Luigi games. I mean, the Game Boy was probably my last handheld that I played like a ton of, and that was when I was a kid. So growing up, I didn't really, I mean, as I got older, I never owned like a Game Boy Advance or a 2DS or 3DS. Like technically I didn't have a 3DS until probably 5 years ago when somebody gave it to me. And even now I don't play it that much.
I mean, personally, who plays their 3DS so much with the Switch out right now? When it can be
Very-
handheld, or when
very
you can do it on your TV.
Yeah.
I just read a little something. I'm not sure because we all know how Wikipedia, who knows how it's going to be, but it actually just says on Wikipedia that they shut down October 1st completely.
Oh, did they give up?
They declare bankruptcy. Now, remember, this is
Yeah.
on Wikipedia, so anybody can mess with it.
Yeah.
We might
Yeah,
have to
Wikipedia
research
could.
a little more into that. But it says Alpha Dream was
Exactly.
shut down after declaring bankruptcy. So, and their history page just stops right after that. It just stops.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
they did. Yeah.
No,
Just
I mean,
flat out.
Oh,
Completely.
Charlie. Oh, yeah, Charlie has. Wait, what were you about to say, Charlie? I want to hear your story.
declaring bankruptcy, at least in the United States, doesn't necessarily mean that you're done. Like
Oh.
Chapter 11, like you file Chapter 11, and there have been people that have been able to start up businesses again, or even bring a business back after they filed, that kind of thing.
THQ.
Yeah, so it is possible they could potentially come back, but I don't know all of the ins and outs of how bankruptcy affects a company, and if they declare it, does that mean they actually closed business? Because it doesn't say they closed business; it just says they declared bankruptcy. So
Yeah.
like they might still be there. It's just they can't really operate because they just don't have the funds to operate. But yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure.
but either way,
yeah, most
like
definitely.
like Dan said, October 1st, 2019 is what it's saying, that they pretty much gave up. They declared bankruptcy, and now we're just waiting to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad story for sure. I mean,
It's really sad.
That's very
hopefully,
sad
like what
indeed,
Easy
though.
was
Go ahead.
saying. What Easy was saying is hopefully they can maybe push off the development to another team, to another development group.
Yeah, that's what
like-
I'm saying. Like intelligent systems or like
Yeah.
other Nintendo, you know,
Franchises.
yeah.
for sure. I mean,
Sorry, my tongue got tied there, but go ahead.
I know they were saying that they were hoping. Now, I don't think this would happen, but they were hoping that Nintendo would turn around and bail them out of this one. But seeing as they are strictly with Nintendo, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, anything could happen, right? But that's a toughie. I don't think they're gonna.
Intelligence.
Well, I'd say if it happened, it would have happened by now if they were going to.
Intelligence.
That's exactly how I look at
Nintendo,
it.
but go ahead, Kiefer.
Yeah, it's a really good company for RPGs.
Unless, like, I mean, Nintendo could turn around and be like, well, listen, we'll bail you out, but you're, for now on, strictly Nintendo games, nothing else, right? They could, like, buy them out, basically. But, I mean, like you said, if it was going to happen, they would have done it by now, right?
Yeah, they
Well, that's what I'm
already
saying. They would have done it by now if it was going to happen.
Or what they could do is that once they announce the next Mario and Luigi game, they could just say it's being developed by our new team
Yeah.
who used to be Alpha Dream, and then they bought the company.
They
Well,
could
yeah,
be doing
that
that,
could
too.
work, too.
They
Exactly.
just consolidate them into Nintendo, because Alpha Dream probably is the company that had the rights to
I mean,
develop
think about
the
Retro
game.
for a second. I mean, you've got people that works at Retro that used to work with Rare and stuff too. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
I think everyone. Oh, sorry. One more thing before we move on to the next
Go
question.
ahead.
I just think I don't think it should stop. I think it should keep going. Like I said before, because everyone around, like millions of people around, like our world here, likes Mario Luigi. Like again, like I love it. I don't
Oh
want it to
yeah,
stop.
most definitely.
But again, we come down to the whole thing where, not everybody gets 3DS, right? So they were portable. A lot of people get either a PlayStation or the Nintendo console itself. So if they would have just brought it out for the Switch, I think it would have helped them a lot. They would have been like, oh,
yeah,
yeah,
probably would have taken them right out of the water.
Exactly.
That's where your money's going to come from.
Exactly. All right, well, Luigi's Mansion comes out in 4 days. We're right there. Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah. So people are hoping that this one's going to be the one that's going to hit the home run, because they're saying that Dark Moon did not do that. People were complaining about it.
It most definitely did.
Yeah, now they're saying that it wasn't their best Luigi's Mansion, and that they're hoping that this is the game that people have been waiting for. So, who's picking it up day one, and what are you guys mostly excited for, and what are you expecting to see when it comes to storyline? Because I know as of right now, have they even said anything about a storyline? I've only seen gameplay.
They haven't.
Right? They haven't said anything about a storyline. So,
No, just a little bit of gameplay.
yeah, exactly. So,
Trailer,
Yeah, there's only from what I've seen of it, there's only been like 15-minute gameplay of it online, as far as I know.
So let's go ahead and start with Slayer, guys. Let's make sure not to jump in and disturb the people when they're talking. All right. So let's go ahead and start with Slayer. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. So I've always loved Luigi's Mansions. The first one I've played multiple times. It's an absolute blast. Now picking up Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. It was so forgettable. I didn't even finish it. I mean, that was just like, okay, yeah, that was okay. It's basically the same thing ish. I don't know. I'm hoping they add a lot of new stuff to 3. 2, 3? Yeah, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Into 3. Those words I'm trying to figure out. I want 3 to be. I don't know how they're gonna pull off the story. I don't know how they're gonna do all that kind of stuff. But all I want them to do is to make it as fun as when that GameCube came out, and they're just like, you know what, we're gonna leave Mario out of the launch title, and we're gonna make Luigi the star of the show.
Yeah.
Hoping that they do the same thing with Luigi's Mansion 3 and make it that memorable, like it was when the GameCube came out, and they just put that on us instead of a Mario game. That's what made it so memorable. That's the reason I liked that game so much, is because it was that launch title that nobody expected. And it was very, very charming, very fun. And here's what's gonna be really hard though, is the reason that Luigi's Mansion was so much fun is the fact that you had, for a first time ever, an R analog button that you can control how much suction a vacuum cleaner actually does. I know it sounds stupid, okay? This is 2001. You had the ability to control the suction of a vacuum cleaner. It was amazing. Mind freaking blown. And you guys got to agree with this. That was what made the game so awesome. Is the fact? I mean, everybody's seen 3D graphics. Everybody's seen the like side-scrolling 3D, 2D, 3D, 2.5D, whatever you want to call it. But the ability to adjust everything with your hands and that's what made that game a gold mine.
Mm-hmm.
And when it went to the 3DS, you didn't have that same kind of controls.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what really screwed it, was not having that ability to be like show off a gimmick.
Yeah.
So if they can pull it off to where, like, if you're holding your Joy-Con a certain way and you're moving things around and able to go into first person, and I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, I just hope they pull it off correctly. I don't know what else to say on it. We don't have much to know. We need more info. Nintendo, give me. I mean, I know it's coming out in a couple days, but they really haven't shown us much.
No, they haven't. They've been
left us in the
really.
freaking dark.
This definitely has been one of those, like, they showed us more on Smash Bros than they ever did for Luigi's Mansion.
Yes.
Cameron, what do you think
they're
of
really
this?
good at that too.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think?
Oh yeah.
What are you thinking
think,
of Luigi's Mansion 3? What are your thoughts on it?
What are my thoughts on it is, well, firstly, before I get my thoughts on this, I am getting it day one. Secondly, I think the game looks pretty amazing. We do need a new Luigi's Mansion game, because I don't think 2 is enough. So, in my personal opinion, I think Luigi's Mansion, like the first one for the Nintendo GameCube, is better than Dark Moon, because I just don't like the story of Dark Moon. But I figure that the Luigi's Mansion 3 will have a great story. And just fun boss battles. We will hope for that. And you know, it's just like we just need, like, Luigi needs some love. Just I'm just gonna put that out right now.
Oh yeah.
Because Luigi's my second favorite character of the Mario series. So yeah, and I just think that Luigi deserves some love.
For sure. Kev,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I did do the Luigi Mansion thing. But
Easy, what are your thoughts on Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah, like Kiefer said, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to get first, day one, most definitely right now, but maybe later. But I'm gonna say that I definitely enjoyed the original Luigi's Mansion way more than Dark Moon.
Yeah.
The story is way more memorable and everything too.
Yeah, for sure.
Just
sure.
that. That's pretty much it. I'll just be getting the third game pretty much later.
Yeah.
Maybe at Christmas time or something.
No, for sure. Like, I mean, let's be real. The
Because
games
right
are.
now, my focus right now is more on getting more better Joy-Cons and stuff right now, or a Pro controller before
For sure.
anything else right now.
Don't blame me on that one.
Because I mean, I've told you, several times already now why, so go ahead though.
Chadley, what are your thoughts on Luigi's Mansion, and are you picking it up?
Probably not on day one.
Yeah.
But eventually, yes, I will be picking it up. I was a huge fan of the first Luigi's Mansion. Obviously, it was a launch title for the GameCube when that came out, and I just love. I mean, it's a perfect game to come out on the GameCube, like day one. Like I remember playing that. I beat it a few times. Yes, it's a short game. Like, you can easily beat that game in probably 7 to 8 hours. So it's not a very long game at all. Obviously, you can play it. It has that replay value of trying to get a better ranking at the end. So trying to be able to beat the game or trying to get as many gems or whatever. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3, just from the trailers and everything that they've shown so far, just makes it seem like they've really done a good job of trying to recapture the magic from the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not familiar with the second one too much. I do have it, but I've never actually played through it. So I don't know how much of what they've shown us is actually pulled from the second game as well.
Mm-hmm.
I did see.
Man, I don't want to interrupt you here, Charlie, but I am going to say that they did improve a few things from the second game.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah, and then I did see something recently where somebody was saying that a bunch of the music was from the second game, like almost like remixed versions of the second game, and not as much
yeah, most
from the
definitely.
first game. And so, and they were complaining, not really complaining, but they were kind of like it was a letdown to them that they chose to pull more from the second game more so than the first game and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. But I guess technically more people, I mean, if they were kids, they probably would remember the second one more so than the first one.
Well, yeah, true.
So, but yeah, I'm excited for it. Even though I won't have it day one, I am excited to watch a little bit of it from everyone else that'll be playing it. I'm
Yeah.
not going to watch a whole lot of it because I don't want to spoil it for myself. 'Cause
Spoiler!
Spoiler!
it is something that I want to play and be able to experience like without really knowing
Yeah.
much about it. So
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
I seen it's so weird that I see people trying to like people are playing the game like earlier before the release date. That do you know how weird that is?
Well, I
like-
mean,
a lot of
again,
Wait, those are review copies. I mean, I hate to interrupt you there, Rigo, but those are review copies.
yeah. So they get review copies, and there's an embargo, and I'm pretty sure it's lifted by now.
Exactly.
So,
I just feel sorry. I just feel like it's weird for some reason. I don't know why. It just
well,
weird to me.
because you want the game, and it's like, why do they have it and I don't?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
They should wait until the game releases, and that's how it should work like that. I hope you understand that.
Yeah, so I can probably give you a little bit of info on that. So it's the new wave of how marketing is handled today.
Yeah.
With
Exactly,
everyone
Chadley,
streaming,
exactly.
and streaming is a big focus now with gaming and everything like that on Twitch and all these different platforms. Video game companies are noticing that these larger communities have very large pull in the communities to be able to sell and sell and sell. So they use the larger creators to get these review copies. Some people are actually like ambassadors. Like there's an actual ambassador program for Nintendo where you can, if you can prove to Nintendo that you are worth them sending you games basically for free to do reviews on them, they're using you as a selling resource, a marketing resource at that point. And it's a new wave of it, and it's becoming more and more popular. It's more, you can see it more and more prevalently just because there's so many creators now that have large communities where people want to buy this game, they want to see it in advance, and now they have an outlet where you basically can advertise the game, and people that are doing the advertising are people that they love to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
No,
I don't want to
exactly.
interrupt you here, Chadley, but Sega and Capcom and a few others do that exact same thing too.
yeah, everyone does it now. It's not just Nintendo. Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
all the companies are doing it now just because they see how powerful of a selling tool it is.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I never played Dark Moon. I never got a chance to touch it. My brother said it wasn't that good. I've always just been a fan of, like, I've played Luigi's Mansion numerous times. I never get bored of it. It's funny because I still forget
I was
half
going
the.
to say, who gets bored of the original game personally?
You know, I still get lost in it all the time. But
Yeah.
the game itself is really well done. I really enjoyed it, and I think one of the aspects that people really enjoyed was the fact that you walked around screaming Mario.
It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary when he has like low health. and
Yeah.
he's just like screaming for Mario like that.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. Did they have did they have that aspect in number 2? I don't know if they
No, they didn't.
They
No,
did, right?
They didn't.
No.
So I mean,
No.
I want to say, I'm hoping they bring something back like that. I don't mean like maybe he has to save Mario again, but it would be really cool if he had to save someone and he was gonna scream that name out, you know. So that would be really fun. I think that would be.
He won't be screaming Peach. That's
He
for
won't be
sure.
screaming this one if they do.
No way. There's no way he's screaming for Peach. That's for sure.
Peach.
Here's something. I don't know. Does anybody know on this? Do you guys remember the Game Boy Horror? Right, that was what he.
Yeah.
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 What was it called in Dark Moon? It was the Ghoul DS or something.
Oh, the DS like radar. Is it like a radar or
Yeah,
something like that?
Yeah.
It had a weird, spooky name. Does anybody know what it's going to be called in the brand new one in 3? What is it going to be? What do you guys
Maybe-
think?
Switch horror or something
maybe-
like that, probably.
Yeah, it would be nice if it was a Switch.
Yeah, Dual
horror.
Scream. It was Dual Scream.
The Dual
That's what it
Scream,
was. Dual
oh,
Scream
okay.
was the one on 2. Yeah, that was what it was. Yeah, they were making a play on words. What do you guys think? What do you guys think what it's going to be?
I think it would be like EGAT will like make a Switch like horror like
That's
a
what I'm
big
saying. Switch horror.
Yeah, they're going to have a different name.
They would,
though.
yeah,
They're
I
not
would
gonna
think a
be
different
unique.
name would be better.
Maybe Switch Radar. I call it Switch Radar. I'm gonna say Switch.
Switch-
Well, yeah, something like that.
What do you think, Chadley?
I was just watching the trailer and you said about Peach.
Me?
Peach is in the game.
Yeah.
Peach is in the game.
Oh,
So
Peach is in the
Yeah.
game.
Oh.
They show Luigi, they show Mario, they show the Toads, they show Peach, and I'm thinking that all of them get captured at some point except for Luigi, and now he's got to go.
This is Luigi's moment. He's the real hero.
He's the one
Luigi
that's
has
gonna
to work
save
all by
Peach.
himself.
He's
to
saving
save
the
himself.
princess. in
He's
this
saving
game.
the princess.
Even everybody's butt.
Yeah, basically saying, I'm not the scared little brother anymore. I'm gonna be saving y'all's butts this time.
So he's basically saving his brother, Peach, and the Toads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
but I thought I remembered seeing her in the trailer, and I was like, he could say Peach in this game.
Or different button combos will say different names, and you have to use that
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
puzzle. And you're like, okay, if you go to this painting and you say the wrong thing, then a boo comes out instead of actually getting in there or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Oh my god, that's funny.
That's funny.
They need to
That's
give us more
funny.
info.
Well, speaking of Mario,
Yeah,
Yeah,
leave
see, there's the
posted the-
paintings.
Sadly,
Yeah.
go to the picture.
speaking of Mario games, so Mario Kart Tour was released and it came out for the mobile. For those who don't know, there's mixed reviews on this game. There are a lot of complaints of the microtransactions being super high and very expensive. Has anybody tried the game? What are your thoughts? And do you think that maybe Nintendo should keep their hands out of the mobile area? So let's start with Slayer Dan.
Okay, on mobile stuff, okay, if you ever look at my phone, the amount of games there, I can count with this many, okay? I do not play mobile games ever. I played Clash of Clans years ago, and that was it. I don't do mobile games. I think Nintendo trying to dab into it is kind of cool because of that, but they're I don't know if the developers that got a hold of the licensing are what are trying to make a ton of money on it. I don't know. I'm the worst person to ask when it comes to mobile games. I'm gonna have to pass on this one because if I want to play a game, I play it on my console. I know I don't take my console everywhere, but if I just don't use my phone for gaming. I'm not a phone gamer.
For sure, for
So
sure.
I don't have any info on this.
Oh, for sure, no worries. Kevin, what are your thoughts on this?
Nope. No. Don't even get me started. It's terrible. I'll tell you why. I'm gonna tell you. It's a waste of money. Like they just you can't even play as Mario in the game. You have to buy him. You have to buy Mario in the game.
Oh well, then.
It's dumb. Like no, for real. I'm being for real. Like seriously. That the game is a trash. Nope. Don't even. Sorry. That literally played me right. Oh my lord. Like I hate it. Sayonara.
What are your thoughts, Easy, on the game?
Well, let me just say the last mobile game that I ever downloaded on my cell phone was the Final Fantasy game, or the Fire Emblem game. That's basically the last game that I ever downloaded on my phone or anything. So yeah, I'm not getting started on that.
Nope.
Chadley, what are
Yeah,
your
no
thoughts
way.
on this Mario Kart Tour?
I played it for a little bit, but it's boring.
There we go. There's an honest
Nobody
answer.
said
There's an
that.
honest
It's
answer.
boring.
It's boring.
Nope.
Like I'm like, there's no challenge. Like maybe if I played it long enough, it would start to get challenging. But it's like every single race that I've done so far, every like cup challenge, I guess, like I get in first place all the time. It's like it's not fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have something to say to
Exactly.
that when you're done.
So I got to try it
Go
out
ahead,
myself. I gave it a whirl a couple of days ago, and I was like, yeah, I couldn't get into it. I was like, I don't know what it was. Something was off. They say it in the review. Oh, it feels just like you're playing a real Mario Kart game, but I didn't feel that. It didn't feel like that. I don't know. Maybe because it's maybe it's because it's on mobile.
I don't remember playing Mario Kart like this.
I do know.
The way he was holding the phone.
Okay, I think I do know why it was not as much fun.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait,
Go ahead.
wait, let's listen. Dan.
Good.
Okay, now this is all about the rumors and stuff that could be out there. Somebody was saying that I heard somewhere, I can't even remember exactly where it was, probably when my thousands of hours watching YouTube junk. Turns out that when you're playing it on mobile, you're not actually playing online at first. You were playing a single player game that felt like online because all the names were online type names. Now, I can't remember where I found it. I could spend hours trying to figure out exactly what I heard about this. But it had to do something about to get you more and more involved and hooked in the game. You're not really playing online. That's why everybody was getting first. It didn't matter who you were always in first.
Mhm.
Like everybody played. Whoever played the game, did you all get first? Chattel, you got
One.
first.
Yeah, I got first
Yeah,
a couple
but
times.
Did you get first?
Yeah,
What
I
are
got
the
first.
odds of everybody getting first if you're all playing online? It was not actually online.
Yeah.
It was started out like when you're first getting into the game that it was just looked like you were online, but you weren't really online. I wish I would have actually gone and found that video that I was watching about all that stuff. And it was the multiplayer was going to come later. Yes, right there. Stephie's got it.
Stephie got all the information.
The
She knows what's up.
multiplayer- yes, the multiplayer does not exist yet. It's not really multiplayer. You're not playing online. You're only playing against bots that seemed online because it was just to get you hooked on the game. That's why everybody was getting first. Everybody was doing this. And it's like, yeah, of course you're going to be on the top of the tier. It's on your phone. You're the only one playing.
Yeah, not just that. Don't forget about the CPU being at a certain level too.
No, for sure,
And
for
just-
sure. All
Yeah,
right.
true.
This is kind of a little bit like I think a new Mario Kart game, like we have Mario Kart 8, right? What I meant by Mario
Yeah,
Kart 8
Mario
is
Kart 8
like,
Deluxe.
I think we should have like a new Mario Kart game. That would be great for everybody because I just think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just boring. Like we had it for like 2 years now. I think it's time to move on from that. It's time to get a new Mario.
Mario
Kart.
Kart
yeah,
Pack 8.
those-
Oh, we
Definitely.
didn't
Most
just have. I
definitely.
mean, if you put it like this, we didn't have it just for 2 years. We've had it for what, 7 years, maybe more, 4 years.
Yeah, something like
No,
that.
I'd say
So-
more than 4
so-
years
like-
ago.
so-
First
like-
was on
so-
Wii U.
So-
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean,
Oh.
I think it's time to get that Mario Kart 9. Where is it? You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think the title should be called Mario Kart Ultimate because just like I'll have all like the characters.
Yeah,
from-
like with Smash Ultimate,
Just
just
like
to say
what
like
Smash
Mario Kart
Ultimate-
Ultimate have like characters that were in Double Dash that are not in the original. That are not in like Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
with the
Mario
double
Golf
dash
would be
stuff
cool.
in it. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually have it switched up between the choice of Double Dash or the original single player.
Some YouTubers will buy so much Mario Kart. Like Claire. Claire loves Mario Kart.
I love Mario Kart too.
Hey, not just
Yeah,
Claire.
I love Mario Kart
I
too.
could, I could tell you right now, everybody in chat, you know, me, Rico, Chad, Dan, I can pretty much tell you everybody will be into that right there.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So let's get down to one of the stories that really I think it blew up huge, man. And that's Epic Games. So Epic Game pulls a fast one on its players. Fortnite gets shut down. You beat the game. Everybody waits for this huge event. You get this big old like black hole. It sucks up the game, and then your game crashes. And then you log back on, and then you realize you have this black hole in the middle of the screen, not working. You can't log on. You're not logging on, and they say Fortnite is dead. But then the next day, you jump on and you find out that Fortnite is actually downloading Chapter 2, and it reloads, and you get Fortnite Chapter 2 all new image, all new graphics, all new little things to do. Everything's changed in the game. Do you think that Epic Games knew their game was dying and people were not interested anymore, and this is the best way to revamp? And do you think this is that this was great on Epic's game to republicize their game? So let's start with Slayer with this one.
Okay, so Epic Game. I'm not a Fortnite fanatic. Okay, I do not play it. I've got it. All it does is update. That's all I ever see. It is updating. But Epic Games and Fortnite, you gotta give them props. They know marketing. They know how to do and keep a free game making money and keeping going. Even though it was slowly going down a little bit with newer games coming out and people getting more and more excited about these newer games, they knew all they had to do is keep a hitch going and keep it rolling. That's why they have all the new stuff all the time, messing around with their map, doing all this stuff where they destroy this, that, and the other. I mean, I don't play it, but I do follow it because it is a marketing genius, an absolute genius.
Yeah,
in
most
marketing.
definitely.
Yeah. And with them coming out and doing this whole, there was 35,000 people watching a black hole for 40 hours on Twitch. I'm not even kidding you. It was going on the entire time. It was still 35,000 people watching a little thing on the screen spinning. That's insane to me. It really is totally insane to me to watch this.
I mean,
and people just dumbfounded at this, and when it came back with a vengeance, because they also knew all these other new titles and IPs were coming, not new IPs, but new titles to IPs that are popular were coming out, and they had to make sure to be able to be on their game when it came out to the newer games. What is it? What's the one that was released Friday? Oh god, brain stopped working on that one.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, yeah. The new Call of Duty. They knew that was coming out and all that stuff. I don't play the first person shooters that often, so I'm just like, meh. But that is what is brilliant about their marketing team. They know exactly what people are going to get hooked on, how to get hooked. They have their team is amazing. I got to give them props on that. Now, myself, I am not big on the game. I don't play it at all. I think it's fun to watch. I do enjoy watching people play it sometimes. But when it comes to the whole being down for the 40 hours, thinking that they were dying, I don't think that they thought they were dying per se. They just knew they had to revamp their hype before their hype was lost.
Yeah.
That's what I feel on it. It's like they're going to lose their hype. And if they lose their hype by not doing something epic, it's in the name, they were going to lose their fan base, and they got to be careful with that. They knew when Apex came out, they were like, okay, we're probably pretty good with this one. We still got the grounds on it. They didn't worry too much about that, but they knew that other things were coming out, and they needed to revamp their name, and that's what they did, and they did it very, very well. That's my opinion on that.
There we go. Kevin, what are your thoughts on this technique that Epic Games did?
Honestly, I don't have really much to say for this one because I'm not really into like Fortnite. You know, I don't really like the game, honestly. It's just not really good for me. But seeing this comment where it says getting shut down from a black hole, it's kind of weird. And people like Dan said, like someone watching it on Twitch for like 40 hours. Like, I just think. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't like this Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite, honestly.
No, for sure. Easy, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say. I mean, I've tried out a couple of times, but it's not really my thing. I mean, I lost interest in it even before the whole black hole stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's pretty much my thoughts on it. So go ahead, Chadley.
Chadley, go ahead, buddy. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, what other better marketing play than to piss off parents and kids at the same time?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Piss off all the parents because their kids can't play, and then the kids get pissed off because they can't play. So, and it was like what? It was almost 2 days where the game was down, like, and everybody was like losing their minds, saying, "Hey, I just put money into this game and now I can't use the money." And parents were like angry because they did the same thing, and because they weren't up on how Epic runs things, like everybody's losing their minds that the game is like shutting down for good. I'm like, you're crazy. They're not shutting games down. They're making all this money. Like, why would they do that? That's such a silly like. Why would you even think that? And,
Exactly.
yeah, and I'm like, but I just thought it was funny how like just everyone is losing their minds over the fact that this game is down for less than 48 hours. And like, I even put a tweet up there. I was like, instead of playing Fortnite, why don't you go play a game with your family instead?
That's exactly Charlie.
Game with your family.
You're spitting out facts.
No, exactly.
It was just a hilarious thing, and I played Fortnite before. I've played it with Rigo when he used to do it on his stream and stuff, and I've even done it with Dan when he did it a couple times. And I mean, it's a fun game. I enjoy playing it when I'm playing with people that I know.
Yes.
It's very
Well,
similar.
yeah, that's
to,
true, but still.
Yeah, it's very similar to Mario Maker right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for the Mario Maker 2 multiplayer too much because of the lag. I can deal with the lag.
Most definitely.
I can deal with the lag when I'm playing with people I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the Epic Games thing. The black hole thing was genius. Like, they're all about storytelling in that game, and if I were to tune into Fortnite, it's mainly just to keep up with the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just little bits of pieces here of the story as it progresses through all the different seasons and stuff that they do. And now that basically the black hole just sucks everything in, and then you come out of the black hole and everything is new, new challenges, new characters, new like everything, totally new map. Like, it feels like a new game. And even though I haven't played it yet in the new game, but it's just ingenious what they did.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Make everybody want to come back because they couldn't do it for 40 hours.
Exactly. I remember the day it was happening. Little man was like, "Dad, look at this, and we were sitting there and we watched the whole thing happen. How he got blasted away and sucked up, and then he sat there and he's like, "It's not working, and he was having a panic attack because it wasn't working. And I'm saying, I said to him, "Look, leave it alone." I go, "It's not going to work right now." And he started going on YouTube and checking all his streamers like Laserbeam and Lachlan and all them, and they were streaming it, and they're like, "Guys, we can't log on." And then he's like, oh my god, it's over. They're done with Fortnite. Fortnite's canceled. And I was like, "Look, just leave it alone. Tomorrow we'll figure something out." Well, the next day I got up, I turned on the computer, I took him to school, I took a look. It had just finished downloading, and I picked him up. I said, "Guess what?" He goes, "What?" I go, "Fortnite's back up." His face was like if it was Christmas Day or something.
It worked.
Yeah. He jumped on that computer, and first thing he said to me was, "Dad, I need season 1."
God.
Like, he had a panic attack. Like, he didn't know what to do with himself. Like, I go, "You got Minecraft, you got Roblox. Yeah, those are okay games, but it's not Fortnite." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's not Fortnite." They did a really good job. I mean, it was, and you know what? Like, it got to the point that people who don't even know what Fortnite was were realizing, hey, like, I think it was Lady Gaga who was like, "What the heck is this Fortnite? What's going on? What's so significant about it?" And it was all over the news, and people were like, "Fortnite is over." I know a CBC here was going crazy about it on Twitter. They actually did a whole news report on it. I don't know what other companies did. Like, it was a big Good Morning America. Yeah, it was huge.
Free publicity.
Exactly. Free.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the smartest thing I've ever seen a company do. I mean, how much you want to make a bet another company's going to follow them very easily on that.
But then, wait, that could actually get bad repercussions.
Hashtag Nintendo.
That can get bad repercussions.
Yeah.
Who was it just saying? What was it? Stephie was just saying if somebody else did that, they would be considered a copycat, and it would be the backlash from the community to be like, "Oh, because Fortnite did it, you did it. Oh,
yeah.
You think it's gonna work for you?"
Well, yeah,
No.
true.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Exactly, I can see it. But no, I was blown out of the water, and they did a really good job. And yeah, you know what? Epic Games did it. They revived it, and good for them. Because let's be real, it was dying. The big communities other than the big community, the big streamers and big communities who took care of it, so like One Shot Girl and again Lachlan and Laserbeam, they were the only ones keeping it alive because they were already big with it. But everybody else who was trying to cash money on that had to move on to something else, looking for something else to catch on because it wasn't working anymore. But this woke it up again. You know, this woke it up again, and people are getting sick of it. Now people are like, oh my god, look at the graphics, look at the guns, look at this, look at that, look at this. You know, I mean, I tried it out and I was like, yeah, everything's changed. It looks different. I still don't want to play it though, but
Exactly.
It looks pretty cool, but
Still not my cup of
it's
tea.
more fun to play.
well, again, like it comes down to I have my some members that like to play, and I love playing it with them. I've slowed down on playing it in general because a lot of them can't make it out anymore. And realistically, I'm not gonna sit here and just play the game, and if I'm not having fun, right? I like to have fun with my members
Exactly.
and have a good time and laugh. So that's why I played it. It's a good way to joke around with your friends and do stupid things.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
I
Very
did play
true.
it. I did play it just to try it, but I'm just kind of trash at it. I'm telling you that right now. I don't like the game.
Hey,
Sorry.
you're not the only one. I'm trash at it too, so don't
I'm
feel
not
bad.
doing it in my. There's no way I'm doing it in my channel. Hell no.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
Derp night all the way.
So there was one thing I didn't add to the list here that I totally forgot to my mind. As all of you know, Fallout 76, worst disaster that Bethesda's ever done, and apparently something big has happened. So people are complaining and saying, "Hey, when are you gonna do these updates? When are you gonna do all this stuff?" And they turned around, and the response is that they want people to join a membership to get their own private servers and whatnot, and that way they can update it on the daily. So basically what I'm hearing is pay for your updates. That's what I'm getting from this,
Fallout first.
right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I guess this is their way of doing, hey, pay a monthly subscription and we'll update it gladly. I mean, I don't know about you, but first they had this whole thing with the bags. Now the game doesn't work. Now they're demanding money. I mean, it sounds to me like they're kicking themselves pretty hard left, right, and center. What are your thoughts on this, Slayer?
Bethesda's screwed. They're just screwed. Oh my god, they messed up so big time. Okay, I don't know if anybody follows Angry Joe.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if
Oh
you guys
yeah, I
know.
know. I know exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead though, Dan. I know
my
exactly what you're
God.
talking about.
It's so hilarious. What is it, $100 a year or $14, $15 a month or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah.
Basically to be able to do what everybody gets to do for free on any other multiplayer game, and that's play with your friends. Isn't that what the whole thing is? Like, I'm sorry, but that's like I've never played Fallout. Okay, I'm not a Fallout kind of person. I don't play the games. I don't do that. But it's another one of those that you've got to follow to watch their WTF moments. I mean, truthfully, it's like okay, in Fallout 76 they took away the NPCs, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah, they took away the NPCs.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, that was like a big part of Fallout, like being able to interact and just kind of grow your little thing and make your buildings and all that kind of fun stuff. But the thing that makes me laugh the most is that they charging for a subscription that's not really a subscription. I mean, I don't have it up right now. I didn't think we were going to talk about it tonight.
I don't have it up either, but go
I
ahead.
don't have it up either. It's like
I have
you got it up. Go.
I have something.
Go ahead,
up.
Chadley.
I don't have the official page up. I have the one that the guy bought.
Oh
to
yeah,
tell me.
go ahead though.
Yeah,
I
so
have the
I didn't get a chance.
FalloutFirst.com site up, which is hilarious.
It's go no Chad.
But anyway,
this is great. This is great.
I think he does have the actual stuff up here. What the membership includes, it allows you to create private worlds. Which I can understand that. Like if you think of Minecraft the same way. Like you have to pay to have a realm, unless you want to try to run your own realm on your PC. But then it's just not as convenient to share with everybody. A thing called a scrap box, which allows you to have unlimited storage for crafting components. A survival tent, something called atoms, You receive atoms per month to use at the atomic shop, which I'm guessing is their in-game currency.
We have a raid, my friends. We have a raid.
Raiders.
Welcome,
Raiders.
Raiders.
What's going on, Sensei? How you doing, buddy? Welcome. We were just talking about Fallout and the craziness that Bethesda's doing. Guys, if you don't know who Sensei is, he is an awesome streamer. He is playing Doom. You were playing Doom, right? I remember saying Doom.
Yeah, he is. I'll subscribe to his channel.
Definitely want to go check him out, guys. He took the time to rate us. We could take the time to check his channel out. Super fun guy to watch. You'll love him.
Oh yeah, I'm already subbed to him, so yeah, I'm good there.
I subbed to you, bro, so there you go.
Awesome. Thank you for the raid, brother. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that, my friend. Sorry, Chadley, for interrupting you on that
that's
one.
fine.
Go ahead,
And the
Charlie.
last 2 items they gave us are you get like a exclusive ranger armor outfit, I guess, for like your character that's exclusive to people that use the membership, and then you get unique icons and emotes. And like,
And there,
okay,
yeah, and there's also something else that you get. You get this little camping pack. You get this little camping pack that allows you to set your spawn point at a very like anywhere in the world or whatever, or something like that. I think that's part of the Rangers pack or whatever. Oh, but it's like the stuff that they let you get. It's like, I'm not paying for that. I'd already bought the stupid game. I'm already regretting it. This is I will quote Anger Joe on this. This is like for the die-hard Fallout 76 fans. This might be for you. If
So,
you already
3.
spend money on all the little stuff. Yeah, all 3 of them, yeah. So for the die-hard fans, maybe, but like they screwed this up. Okay, now you want to talk about not doing it right.
Yeah.
Okay, now we all know that No Man's Sky was an absolute disaster, but they came back and started to redeem themselves by saying, oops, we messed up. Here's some free stuff. Sorry. Here's some free stuff.
Yep.
No, but that's just like, oh, we screwed up. How much more money can we get out of them? I mean, that is just the wrong way of thinking as a developer.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Ugh.
Like Stephie
my
says,
God.
so you're paying $13 a month, plus you bought the game with $60, microtransactions, and internet service. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, think about how much that is all just in that what Rigo was saying there. Just think about how much money that is.
Jeez. I tell you guys, I don't know. I really, Bethesda. They were doing so good too. I don't know. Poor Bethesda. Poor Bethesda.
They went and pulled an EA on us.
Yeah, they did.
Oh.
Yeah, they did. All right, guys. Guys, thank you all for joining me. I super appreciate it. Thank you, Slayer Dan. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you,
problem.
Easy,
Thanks for having
for
me.
coming out.
Oh, you're welcome.
Chadley,
It's
thank
fun.
you as well for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us as well. Like it's been a great conversation. We talked about a lot of things from the PlayStation all the way to Bethesda. We got an epic raid. And we hit 66 likes, I think.
Yeah,
60,
something like that.
65 likes, which is awesome. Super appreciate. You never acknowledged my question. What was your question? Did you at me? Because if you didn't at me, I didn't see it.
I do have to say though, this is my first time being here, and I think I did a good job on
No,
this.
you did a good job.
Yep.
You did a great job. What was I gonna say? So we're gonna go ahead and look for someone to raid.
All right, let's do it.
Who can we raid?
Nice.
Hashtag taco raid.
We're gonna use TacoCast raid.
I'm just gonna wave to the.
But who can we
Counselor Kev.
raid?
I'm gonna wave to the viewers. Hi everyone. Seeing my face
Hey,
here.
wait, is this your first time face reveal?
Well,
No.
No, I've seen his face before.
no.
Oh, okay.
All I know is I don't think anybody here's seen my face before. So
Except-
yeah. Except for
except
Charlie,
for-
Vigo,
And me, I've seen you.
yeah, oh yeah, and
Let's
Slayer
see.
Dan. I just
Yeah.
had today. This was fun. I love it.
I'm looking for someone to raid someone new.
Yeah.
You're player 2.
We'll have to do this again sometime, guys.
Yes.
Can't find this Josh guy.
Thanks, Stephie. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, let's see. I'm looking.
My heart was kind of pounding for that, but I'm fine. I'm fine now.
Nice.
I'm used to it. I've done something similar to this before. So I'm
Sometimes
used-
I'm scared to show my face, but I just got used to it. I'm like, here I am. Woo!
Yeah, you'll get used to it though.
No, for
Yeah.
sure. Nah, it
This was
comes.
fun. how many hours we did this?
It's usually
1 hour
about
and
2 hours or so. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say we started a little after 8:30 because of all the tech issues and stuff that we had to, sort out.
I don't think Claire, Rosie, Stephie didn't see my face yet. No, none of these people did.
Okay,
Just
Clayflower's on. You guys want to do Clayflower?
Sure.
Clayflower.
All right, we'll do Clayflower. Guys, thank you all for joining us. Super appreciate it. Let me give you the link to Clayflower. He is playing Final Fantasy. There's his link. We're going to use hashtag TacoCast raid.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
That's what we're going to use. Let's go ahead and click on his link. Let's go give him an epic raid.
I've already clicked on it. So
While you guys do that, I'm going to bring up the link because I know everybody wants to see.
Who we got here?
TacoCast raid.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, thank you so much for having me and having everybody
Yeah.
else. This is an absolute blast.
This was fun.
was.
This was Rico. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Of course, guys.
Chadley,
yeah,
Ryan,
like I said, we'll have to do this again sometime. Just
Make sure, guys, if you
Yeah,
want to
work-
see everybody, their links in the description below. You can subscribe to them. They're all awesome streamers. You'll love them.
Yoshi profile for the win.
I think we broke him. I think we broke him. He's all quiet.
Oh, look at that, Ray. That's epic.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Like that
look at
stream.
that.
Let's go.
yeah.
12 likes
Just
already,
calling
right off
you,
the bat.
Hitman.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Super appreciate it. We will see you guys
Bye.
tomorrow
See
for
ya.
another Mario Maker stream. Take care. Have a good one. By the way, I'm dressing up as someone, so definitely come check it out. You're gonna love it. Take care. Have a good one. Don't forget the most important thing in the whole wide world. Come to my live stream. I'm super famous.
See you, everybody.
Take care. Have a good one. Bye.
Peace.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yes.